Yo, you hearing now with your boy SeaHow. Today's subject that I wanted to talk about were some jewels that got passed down to me from my mother's father, Leroy Trout, my grandfather, the patriarch of my family. I'm from the Trouts. We ran pretty thick, you know. I'm on my dad's side, you know, the Howards. But yeah, that's my family. That's where I come from. But my grandfather gave us some jewels, though. He gave them to his kids, and they've passed it down to us. And I just thought it was some really important things to know. So what it was called was Mother and Father's Advice for a Good Life. Rule number 1, self-preservation is the first law of nature. And I think that's found in every different walk of life, from plants to animals. Self-preservation it's the number 1 rule. Now, how you interpret self is up to you. I interpret self as family, as, you know, what is myself, me, my kids, the family unit, wifey. That's self. Because if a situation went down where I had to sacrifice myself for my kids, obviously that's a no-brainer. Those kids got to go. No, I'm just joking. But seriously, it's a no-brainer. Any parent would make that sacrifice. So what you consider self is probably your family, as opposed to you yourself as a singular unit. So that's how I interpret that when he says that. Number 2, always protect yourself. That's obviously a no-brainer as well. You can't allow yourself to be harmed or put in harm's way. Protection of self is an extension of self-preservation, because, you know, I mean, they kind of go hand in hand. Number 3, protect and take care of your job. That's important. Whatever your job is, you got to protect it and you got to take care of it. So in protecting it, you have to protect it from outside interferences or things that could come and interfere with the job or with you producing at the job. So I feel like that's one of those things. You got to take care of yourself as far as sleep, eat, whatever. If this is your job, if it's a physical labor job, you need to put yourself in the best situation to take care of that. If it's an intellectual job, you need to put yourself in the best situation to take care of that as well. You can't be out here slipping. You can't be out here just doing whatever and then reporting to work and not producing on your best level. You got to protect your job. Number 4, seek knowledge, never stop learning. That's another one of those, like, I mean, amongst me and my friends, that's kind of a no-brainer. But I know people that don't really read books. They don't really do anything. They get all their information from social media, TikTok, stuff like that. And they don't actually read books or learn how to do new things. I've gotten complacent at some points in my life where I didn't really take up any new skills or crafts or hobbies, but getting back on my path, boxing was one of the things. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna learn how to fight. Not just like fight, you know, you get in street fights, everybody knows how to fight, but I actually want to learn how to fight. So I took up boxing. I wanted to learn something new. I still read, I still write, I still handwrite stuff. I have a script that I'm writing. And I read, I try to keep my mind sharp as I can. Obviously, at my age, I have a lot going on, so it's not like I can just sit back and drink a coffee and read a book at some coffee shop. But I do try to get little stuff here and there. Just, it's always a good thing to keep learning, especially with technology and everything going the way it is. You don't want to be the old guy that doesn't know how to work a tablet. And that's a metaphor, but you get what I'm saying. Monkeys with iPhones. The other one is this is rule number 5, maintain good house rules. Good house rules. I think one good one that I personally haven't abided by, but I think I want to implement in my household is no shoes in the house. There's, outside is dirty. No shoes in the house. That's a good place to start. Or certain, to say the house rules, that's different for everybody. So I don't want to, give examples and make myself sound crazy. But, maintain good house rules. Number 6 is keep a clean home. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. We all have a general concept of what clean is. Keep a clean home. Don't have a lot of clutter. If you wash your clothes, fold them and put them up. Do the dishes. Don't have junk just sitting everywhere. Keep a clean home. Because a clean home is a sign of a good and healthy mind. I know personally, if my space isn't great and there's like clutter, that does affect me, especially if I have to wake up in clutter. It does affect me. I hate to, maybe it's just me being old and grouchy, but it is what it is. But, keep a clean home, and it has exponential rewards to having a clean home, mentally and physically. Number 7, practice good, healthy habits. I could go on and on and on about this one, but if you don't do anything, start going for walks. If you consider yourself somewhat of a healthy person and you do walks, figure out something that you like and go play it, like a sport, like maybe volleyball, or go to yoga. Try something. You should always be doing something. Just like you need to keep your mind sharp as far as reading, and you always need to keep learning, you need to keep your body sharp too. You need to keep your quick twitch muscle fibers shooting off as much as you can. You need to keep a physically on point body, because the thing is, something can happen at any given time. And are you going to be capable of protecting yourself, protecting your family, protecting your own physical body? Are you going to be able to protect yourself? Hey, get a gun license, start buying guns, go shoot guns, join a gym, go learn Muay Thai, go learn jiu-jitsu, learn boxing, learn something, but keep your body physically fit. Stay dangerous. Like, healthy habits, and it's not even just that. Like, start looking at what you eat. Like, start eating a little bit less fast food. And I'm guilty of it. I know I hate to admit it, but I eat McDonald's probably like twice a week. But I also eat good food the majority of the week. Me and my girl are doing this new thing now where we've been watching Your Honor, and we'll make a salad before we watch it. Make a nice little salad. My salad's usually a little bit more decadent than hers. Hers is nice, but mine's is, I got all the fixings in mine. My salad, it's going down over here. But anyway, we eat salads, we watch that. We try to have healthier habits, and it doesn't have to be, you don't have to eat the whole elephant in one sitting. Take it slow. salad here, maybe going for walks. When you get up in the morning, instead of, drinking orange juice, just drink a big cup of water. It's small little things that you can do, but create healthy habits and start instilling them in your life. Be strong in your principles. Being strong in your principles is, we all know what's right and what's wrong. We make choices in life every day to do the right shit and to do the wrong shit. It's just what it is. So being strong in your principles, some of the examples that my grandfather wrote was: don't use illegal drugs, don't steal, learn to tell the truth, obey the law, fear God. Those aren't hard things. The choices that we make that come to us on a day-to-day basis, we all know what's right and what's wrong. I'm not going to preach, but these are some of the things. Be strong in your principles and your values. Stand up for the things that you think are right and wrong. Anyway, number 9, beware of con men and con women. They are out there. If you are a nice, generous person, maybe a little naive sometimes, you have to have your radar up. There are people that are out there that are looking for suckers. They're looking for people to take advantage of, and they come in many different shades, colors, hues. Like, you can't be fooled. I was watching something about these dudes in the NBA, and they all had this one financial advisor, this chick, and she literally took all their bread, took all of it. And this was somebody that was supposed to be trusted, that was passed on by, word of mouth. You got to beware of con men and con women. If you hear something that's too good to be true, especially in regards to finances or where people need loans or things like that, you got to be aware. You got to think about what's going on, and you got to think about the repercussions. If you don't have it to give, then don't give it. Be aware. Number 10, always recount your money when you are receiving it. And this is real. And he also has another one, keep all your receipts. So anyway, it's a little bit more of a digital world now. When he wrote this was probably like in the 70s or whatever, where cash was a little bit more prevalent. But in this digital world, it still hustles out there. I saw this thing where this guy was going to sell some tennis shoes. He went to meet the dude, and the dude basically sent him a fake text from Venmo saying that the money was sent. But when the dude went to Venmo to look at it, nothing was sent. So it's still kind of like those same things, but it's just on a different platform. So when you're dealing with people, make sure that the money is there. Make sure that the money is real and that it's actually in your app or account. And then the same thing is when you're also sending money or doing stuff on the internet, make sure that you're dealing with a real entity. Don't give your information out. Like when people are sending texts, or you get some kind of thing and it's like, yeah, log into blah, blah, blah. Don't do that. You got to be aware of what's going on. And you got to make sure that what you're dealing with is real and what you're receiving is real. So with that, always recount your money when you're receiving it. And that kind of goes into the con men thing too. Those two kind of work hand in hand. Nothing lasts forever. This is number 11. Nothing lasts forever. Be prepared for the hurt, so when it comes, you'll be able to accept it. But while you have them, enjoy them. Material things, friends, love, health, life. So that's very true. Nothing lasts forever. Life is full of ups and downs. People come for a season and then they're out. People come in for a reason and then they're out. You get put in certain situations to learn from those situations, and then hopefully you learn from it and then you leave that situation. Or the same thing keeps coming back around in a different way, shape, or form. And if you don't learn from it, you just got to keep dealing with it until you figure it out. But the thing is, everything is temporary. Nothing lasts forever. Understand that life is ebbs, flows, ups, downs, and it's not really so much what that does to you, but it's how you deal with it. And as you get older, you get cooler with the situation. You get more understanding. Like, I don't know, I don't want to go too deep into it, but after you've lived for so long, you do kind of get a relaxing kind of vibe, because you understand the ups and the downs, and you know nothing lasts forever. It's just what it is. Number 12, think. Always take time to think. This can be put on all levels. You should always take your time to think. There are situations where you may feel like an immediate response is needed, but if you don't do your own checks and balances, you might be making a wrong decision. It's chess, not checkers. Take your time to think. Don't fly off the handle. Don't just react to everything from an emotional standpoint. Be stoic. You don't always have to respond right there in the moment. Take your time. There's a beauty in the thought process, and there's an ugliness in the fast reflex type response that comes from an emotional standpoint. It's like you bypass all the brilliance and your wittiness, and you just, that's not life. That's not how you should respond. You should always take time to think, to plot, to map. Rome wasn't built in a day. It was built over time. The engineers that took their time, thought about it, and they got construction crews, logistics, architects. If you want to build something dope, you got to take the time to think about it. It's not going to be something quick. It's not going to be fast. Shit might come your way. Somebody might talk some shit. Something might go down where a fast response could get you killed. You need to sit back, relax, take your time, think about it. Number 13. We only got 15 total, so we only got a couple left. But number 13 is be proud. People expect for you to be good because of your good family name. Honor your family name. And one of the points that he has on that is always do your best at work or play. So with be proud, I think this is where the family unit comes in and is serious. We need to start restoring our family units. People need to start getting back together and being proud of the families that they came from, their mom, their dad, their aunts, their uncles, their cousins, their families, their grandparents. We need to be proud of who we are. The shit that I see where these chicks be on Zeus Network fighting all the time, twerking on TV, doing all of this craziness, all these dudes, they want to be like fighting, shooting, just fighting and just doing bullshit for no reason. These aren't happy people. These aren't proud people. These aren't people that are proud of who they are. If you have a sense of pride in yourself, there's a sense of beauty in who you are that you believe in. There's an elegance about you. You have a pride. You have something that's worth value, and that thing is in yourself. If you got a Benz, you're not gonna be out here in the street fucking mashing out, doing 360s, burning out, doing dumb shit. If you got something nice, you're gonna treat it with respect. And that's how you have to treat yourself. You You have to have a value within yourself. You have to have a belief in yourself, and you have to be proud. You got to be proud. You have to have a pride. Now, you don't have to be boisterous. You don't have to be like overbearing, but you should have a sense of pride in who you are, your family, and where you come from. And if you don't have pride in those things, then do something that makes you have pride in those things. The next one. Oh, and always do your best at work or play. Hey, always do your best. Always be on your top. Always be on your game. There's nothing that's going to come out of you being the best at what you do in regards to showing up, doing it, taking care of business. There's no motion without emotion. You got to put yourself into it, and that's at work or play. Number 14, remember, mother, father, sisters, and brothers love you. You're rich when you have a family that loves. So when we get out here, we do a lot of stuff. We be out here in the craziness. You have to always remember you have a family that loves you. Even if it's not your mom, dad, sister, or brother, but it's your family that you've created out here in the streets or just with your friend group or whatever. You have people that love you, so you should act accordingly. Don't be willy-nilly with your life. Don't be out here doing craziness and then like leaving people behind that have to pick up the pieces, because you are loved. Everybody out here is loved by somebody. And no matter what you've done in your life or how bad it gets, you're loved. So remember, mother, father, brother, sister, they love you and you are loved. Remember that. Number 15, this is the last one. And this is because I come from a Christian family, but always pray and ask God to help you. People get into these situations where they don't ask for God's help until it's like they're at their worst of the worst. And I've been guilty of doing that. But the thing is, always pray, always ask God for help, even when you're up, because you remember nothing lasts forever. So when you're up, show appreciation for what you got. Thank God, pray to him, and let him know that you appreciate it and you love it, and you always pray to him, keep him close to you, and try to keep yourself straight. So anyway, with that, this is your boy SeaHow. I just wanted to go over these 15 rules that my grandfather made for the family, and I hope that these rules help you and help your people and help your tribe as much as they have helped ours. And with that, you here and now with your boy SeaHow. I'm out. Peace.